This is an article that just released from Variety. Twitch Amazon slammed by RIAA and major industry groups for using unlicensed music. So let's break this down because this is a lot. So one of the big claims is that playing unlicensed music is a big problem on Twitch, which is valid. The recent mass email and nuke of content that streamers have been doing will help. And Twitch is definitely guilty of letting this be an issue and not doing anything. It was the wild, wild west for years. And the thing is, that is why I blame Twitch a lot for what's happened. Like, yes, I will say a lot of streamers knew what they were doing. But the thing is, like, Twitch has never done anything to enforce or help streamers, like, guide them in a way that, like, towards, you know, playing safe music and protecting their content. Like, I think Twitch definitely has a large responsibility here because of the fact that they never really enforced this. And we talked about that a lot in the last week. The fact that Twitch never did anything, never even, like, really so much as publicly stated that this was wrong, really. Then they're like, in 1 week, they're like, hey, guess what? You got 3 days to delete all of your content. Basically is what they're saying, right? Clearly, the music industry is finally paying attention. So that we've talked about. I don't think there's anything more to harp on regarding that. Like, music industry coming after Twitch. Twitch hasn't really done anything until now. Now they're trying to scramble and they've really thrown it on the streamers' laps to nuke all their content. And that's where we're at with that. The second part of this, what they want, what this letter is about, it's not about, like, they don't want to just, like, ban creators from, like, using music. They want to be properly compensated for it. Facebook struck a deal to allow for this to work. Amazon has not. And Amazon is the largest, richest company in the world, and they also have Amazon Music. So why can't they figure this out? And I mean, I don't know the internals. I'm sure that there's some discussion happening. But the fact that it's to this point where it's like they almost waited until it's too late almost. Like, they've waited until they've had to do it. If Facebook can figure this out, then Amazon sure as hell can figure it out. And honestly, they're at the point where they have to, right? Otherwise, you're risking a lot of creators getting punished for this. A mess. You're upsetting both sides. So the other part of this is the soundtrack thing, which I'm a little confused about. I'm a little confused about what their claim is with the soundtrack thing, because the deals that they list with, like, they have Monster Cat, they have DistroKid. I can't tell if they're saying that they want their music in with proper compensation, or that they're saying that the music that's in is illegally in right now. I think that's my confusion with what the claims they're making for the soundtrack. Maybe I need to just reread it. So basically, there's, like, Twitch said that they worked it out, and the music industry is like, no, you didn't actually. Well, actually, I don't see this as like a Twitch streamers get wrecked, we're gonna screw you over kind of thing. Like, I think they're so, like, it's, to me, it seems like they're so fed up with what's happening that they're like, we're gonna issue DMCAs up the butt until you sort the situation out and you do something about it, Twitch. It's kind of like Twitch's negligence is causing creators to pay for it because of how inept Twitch has been about it. And so you know what makes this even weirder? A few weeks ago, the big support that Amazon Music has done with, where they're like, oh, we're gonna start embedding Twitch streams, and if you're an artist, you can connect your Twitch account and stream on Amazon Music. And they had this big connection, and to me, and I tweeted this and I was like, this is a step in the right direction. This is the type of crossover that we've been waiting for. So the fact that they did that, and now they're like, they haven't unlocked Amazon Music for streamers, and now it's like this big hoopla with music on Twitch. And the fact that those same artists that just got a green light from Twitch and Amazon to, like, hey, you know, stream on Amazon Music and get, you know, thousands of viewers, and we're gonna support you. They basically slapped them in the face. The thing is, like, you can tweet at artists to get permission, but ultimately they can't grant explicit permission for that. Like, it's just a lot more complicated than that. Like, music gets tied up in a bunch of ownership splits, different licenses, stuff like that. Like, it's so complicated. So I don't know if it's gonna be feasible. Two evil core sectors fighting, and streamers and consumers caught in the middle. I mean, that is what it is. But yeah, it does suck because you're seeing streamers deletes, you know, years of content in a hurry. Nevertheless, the fact that they gave us 3 days to just handle it really just is a huge failure by Twitch. I mean, that's why I always preach, like, look after yourself. Like, you know, with the whole ads thing, I hated when streamers were saying, like, guys, Twitch needs to make money. Like, you know, I get it. Like, we gotta run ads so Twitch makes money. It's like, no, like, don't, like, why are you having that mindset? Twitch is not looking out for your best interest. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You should be looking out for your own interest. Twitch is definitely doing that. And it's not like Twitch is a bad guy per se for that. Twitch is like looking out for number one. And you should too. Like, stop trying to like protect Twitch. Like, holy crap, man. I don't know how obvious this can get. Like, they're screwing us over here. RIAA has always been on the wrong side of the issue. I mean, I don't think they're on the wrong side of the issue here. Like, I don't know what their demands are, but I get where they're coming from in this specific case of just people being able to do what they want with their music and not having any proper credit being given or compensation. I mean, I definitely get where they're coming from. The music industry is basically saying, Twitch better have my money. To conclude, music industry very, very mad. And the thing is, now that the press has gotten a hold of this, I think Twitch is gonna probably do or say something publicly. If there's one way to make Twitch move on something, it's to get the press involved. Same thing happened with the whole Me Too movement that happened a few months ago. Like, as soon as that was getting picked up by mainstream media, which was like, oh god, we gotta actually ban people. Creators, unfortunately, you're stuck in the middle. I would not use music soundtrack. And I know I made a video when soundtrack came out and I was like, okay, this is a good option for streamers. Like, it's, you know, a good first step, definitely an option. Now, right now, I would say don't use it. With this information coming out, I would say don't use it because it's very gray. It's very gray, and I wouldn't want to risk anything. The last thing you want to do is rely on something that is like iffy and getting called out from the music industry and then having to re-delete all of your current content or potentially getting DMCA'd or something. I would say stay away from soundtrack for now. There's still plenty of options. If you go to streamerscore.com, there is a safe music page that lists a bunch of different options for safe music, but I would stay away from using soundtrack or relying on soundtrack right now. Yeah, this thing continues to be a mess. It's just getting messier. It's getting uglier.